Welcome to Forecasting Cloud's CRM Experts in Their Own Words. I'm Chris Buckholz, editor of Forecasting Clouds. With me is Stephen Bergman. Stephen's the Product Marketing Manager for Hoovers. For those who don't know, Stephen, tell me a little bit about what Hoovers does and what it offers folks, and why you guys are here at the CRM Evolution Show.
Well, we're here talking about our CRM integrations, but Hoovers is a business information company. We have business information on around 65 million companies worldwide, about 85 million key executives and people that work at those companies. So we really provide information for sales and marketing professionals that want to reach out and talk to other people at other companies to sell their product, to market their product, and marketers who want to get more information about their existing customers.
Tell me a little bit about the information crisis people are facing these days. There's so much data out there, and people change jobs so rapidly, and the data you think you have control of right now is perhaps only 80% accurate at any one time. Are folks coming to a realization they need some help with this issue?
Oh, absolutely. And I would actually say that 80% might be a bit optimistic. Time after time, companies come to us and say, our CRM, the data in our CRM is a mess.
Yeah.
They're trying to get a handle on who their customer is, what their customer looks like, how their best customer can be replicated out in the world to find other customers just like that. So we really provide a lot of data around it. We have a tremendous library of firmographic information that really helps our customers understand their customers better. But not just that. Our data has gone through the Duns-Right process, which is D&D's certified, validated process for validating the data that goes into the system, for validating sources and creating our database of good, solid data. We have about 100 data points in there that marketers can use for data mining, for developing lists of customers, and for getting information on existing customers. And they know that our data is very high quality and will help them with their data.
Yeah. So you've had essentially 4 years to get users comfortable with the idea of using this kind of data, their CRM. How has the uptake of that progressed?
It's been a little slow. I think CRM in general has grown in fits and starts, and we have been adopted, I think, by companies that really recognize the value of information. In a lot of cases, it's our existing customers that say, we want what you do, we want that in our CRM.
Yeah.
And customer demand has been such that we said, okay, let's create a CRM solution for you guys. Let's get this in your workflow. We know that it is difficult and time-consuming to come to the website. It's also suboptimal. If you want to do reporting, if you want to build lists, if you want that information right inside the CRM so that you can take action on it, we need to have an integration. So for the last 4 years, we've had an integration with Salesforce, and it's been very successful. We've added other CRMs, and we've really seen a good uptake in customers that are finding a lot of value in having our data.
Now, how are your customers using this data? Obviously, you've got to build the use of the data somewhere into your processes, or else you're kind of missing out on the full power of it. But is it a situation where it really relies somewhat on the imagination of your users to figure out where it fits into the processes best?
To a certain extent. A lot of customers, they find uses in different places, and our architecture is such that they can take advantage of it at a different level on the sales side. So, for example, if you really need Hoovers information in your leads, our tools allow you to sync that up.
Yeah.
If it's really more value to have Hoovers information in your accounts for retention purposes, or, as I said, for cloning that one golden account and creating lists around that, that's something that we support as well. Mm-hmm. We also support a lot of customers who are very prospect-oriented. They want to create lists, slice them and dice them in different ways, and our build-a-list capability and Access Hoovers allows them to do that. And then import those leads directly into the CRM without having to go through the development process. It is just straight in, here's a bunch of leads.
How do you get started with Hoovers? What's the first step somebody would take once they've realized they need these kind of services?
Well, there's a lot of different ways to actually access Hoovers. We actually provide a free site where you can come to the site and start looking at some of the data. We use that to generate our internal leads, but also it's a great way for people to kind of sample what we have. For users of Microsoft Dynamics, Oracle, and Salesforce, all they have to do is simply download the application, and they can run through a registration and get a free trial. So that's something that's coming out right now. It's available for Salesforce. End of August, it'll be available for Microsoft Dynamics and Oracle, and that's something that we think will really help people understand the value of it and try it out before they
Yeah. One of the interesting things that strikes me is that when it comes time to talk to a customer about what you do, the ultimate proof of what you're doing is showing them the data that you have about them already.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And as I said, our data goes through a very serious cleansing process to ensure that it's the best data possible. So we're always pleased when customers come to us and say, hey, that you had it exactly right. And there's actually more information that I'd like to add to that. So that's always a fun thing.
It must be interesting to play the kind of role you're playing in the social CRM evolution, because everybody's kind of fumbling around about what social CRM actually is. But the one thing that seems to be locked down is the fact that the data is there to be had, there to be found. It's just a matter of waiting for really great best practices to be developed and really great use scenarios to be developed so that people can really jump on that bandwagon.
Absolutely. One of the things I love about the API product, which is our new and our fastest growing product, is that it even goes beyond what we have with CRM. CRM allows you access to leads, lists, accounts, etc. API says, here's this fast trove of data. Come take a look at it. Figure out how that works in your workflow. Figure out how that works in your processes. Figure out how that could work to keep your data clean, or to optimize the data you have, or even just to help your existing processes. And you can just plug in Hoovers. You can plug in, and you can take or leave what you want. You don't have to take the entire database. You can take only the companies that matter to you, or only the data points that matter to you, and to your proprietary or internal processes and algorithms, which is just incredible. We have a lot of companies adopting that and taking advantage of that to really help them build their own lead systems, to help them score their leads, to really help them get a better understanding of their customers, or even help them find customers in scenarios where traditional list building is not normal.
And what I hear you saying here is it's not strictly to be used for sales or CRM. If a company's smart enough, they can probably figure out ways to use this information across their entire enterprise with customers.
Absolutely. Traditionally, we've been a sales and marketing focus, but our data is extremely valuable to vendor analysis, to ERP, to other areas that we really haven't even exposed. Certainly I talked today with someone who's from a nonprofit, and he wants to start building a database for donations. And the primary donator is business. So he wants a list of businesses. He wants to be able to build lists on businesses. And certainly it's not something that we really conceived of when we first built Hoovers, but it's something that you can take advantage of with a vast amount of data.
Yeah. Well, Stephen, I really appreciate you taking the time. This has been Stephen Bergman from Hoovers on Forecasting Cloud CRM experts in their own words. Thank you for your time, Stephen.
Thank you.